everyone, welcome to OCD Detailing. Today is open day.
After you polish a car, you know. But like in this case, if it already shows that it's not great, or just like if I switched off the lights, that would look probably not too perfect, you know. But lights is the thing that shows you like the surface is full of holograms. And, well, it is obviously improved from that, but like it's not the finish. Like if whole car is in that condition, in the sunlight, it looks like it doesn't look great at all. Probably would rather to leave it like as it was. You know, if you talk about paint correction, you know, like that's to get paint correction. Well, in my opinion, you can't just buy stuff today and do the job tomorrow and call it paint correction, because you never get the results unless you're blessed, you know, or you know, yeah.
Extremely
But
lucky.
like still, like I found that like I was doing this for a few years, and to get to the point where I'm now, you know, took me years to break the borders and find out what it is about. But basically, before you polish a car, you should actually prep it, and that doesn't mean that you just have to wash it, because like wash, we only remove traffic film and loose dirt that is on the car, like proper decontamination. That's what we call the process, I'm not gonna show two-bucket method wash and stuff like that, because there's lots of stuff like that on YouTube, and that could take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to show it, and like nobody's gonna stick on and look at what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna run quick through the stuff. Like I mainly for preparation, I use ATPL mainly. Like not in every case, but I find the stuff good for the purpose. Like there's few shampoos here. There's 3 shampoos here, and the difference between them, this is neutral pH shampoo, which is just pure neutral pH shampoo that you wash your car with. Doesn't contain any enhancer herbs. And, if you're gonna wax your car or just for regular washes, this is the shampoo you could use, and it won't strip your waxes. It's safe for soft for so for regular use basically. Shampoo Pro is actually strong shampoo, which I use after polishing a car to give it kind of deep clean, And also let's say if you have ceramic coating on your car, this shampoo is good job to use it every few months, just to give that deep clean every few months. It's not for regular use now, it's for deep clean. This shampoo is similar to this one, just the difference is this one contains enhancers, so it kind of leaves the paint, leaves the gloss a little bit, It's not wax, because like there's no such a thing like shampoo and wax in one, but like whatever it contains some polymers and so if you wash car with this one and this one, you kind of would see slight bit of difference. It's not going to be massive difference, but that's what it is. Then some more stuff. Then this stuff is a snow foam, so I use it for pre-wash. When you do regular washes, this stuff is actually neutral pH as well, so it's safe for waxes and safe for all panels and all surfaces in the car. The thing is it's not really too effective for jobs like we do, like washing cars that they wear and wash for ages. So what I do with this, I add some all-purpose cleaner, mix the solution of this and all-purpose cleaner. I kind of found my balance, my way of mixing it so it's still safe, but has a bit of bite for the dirt, But like the stuff is basically made for regular maintenance. So like basically what you need for regular maintenance is shampoo and snow foam. But like, and then the way of doing it, you can look up on YouTube and see what lads are doing.
So you use the last one once a week or whatever, how many times you're washing your car a week, and the shampoo Pro about once every month or two?
Well, I'd say like actually also depends, like if you're driving in dirty roads,
good mileage or whatever.
Let's say the way you can see when you need to use it, if you have, it will strip waxes now, it will strip waxes, so it's not shampoo for washing car that wax. But if you have ceramic coating on your car and you see that the hydrophobic properties are going down. Like usually that
You
happens.
see it on a panel on the bonnet, trail off at
On
the end.
bonnet maybe wouldn't be the best panel, but like sides,
Yeah.
all sides and the back.
Under the trims,
Yeah.
that part
Like
is
if
the
you
worst.
have
You
like
can see beading, no beading. Yeah.
so this is the time that you might use it, just to improve the hydrophobic
And
properties.
it's the best, like when you're washing, leave it for the
Leave it
not
for
not till dry, but like leave it for like 2-3 minutes, and like
And you can give a
washing.
fuel going over it.
Remove my power washer. I forgot the word.
Need another coffee.
So so that's what it is for. So we have washed done. Guys, washed.
It's the power washer. I forgot.
But then there is always like if the car is in maintenance, like let's say I get charged that they weren't treated anyway for a year, 2 years, 5 years. In some cases,
Never.
there's always some stuff that is on the paint that you should remove before you touch with polisher. So the next step is remove tar. There's no tar on the bonnet usually on the roof. All the sides and the back is usually covered in tar. It wasn't removed. Then for tar removal, there is actually few choices as well. And every brand does their own tar remover. But I have 4 of them. There's 2 from ADBL. There's my own one, OCD. And there's this one here. Like this product, mainly I use this product for the reason that the product is safe for all surfaces. Actually, what I do, I spray, car comes to me, let's say in the evening, I spray it with this tube and leave it overnight. This tube works very slow now. It won't shift heavy tar in an hour or 2.
I spray leave the tar all night.
It works slowly but effectively. So when I leave it on the car the next day,
And does it
what I
actually,
do
does
is I
that
rinse off
evaporate
the
or will it
tar.
just sit on it?
No, rinse off, go with power hose.
Yeah, I've seen them doing that here
In
one
most
day,
cases, I get 90-95% tar removed with this, which is simple hose enough, because I still have to do pre-wash. So this is my part of pre-wash, so I get rid of dirt and tar in one go. This tar remover is tar is all. Now there's another thing that probably most of you so far know, but by now you know, but this is the ionizer. It's the smelly stuff that usually probably you would see it on wheels. Well, the ones that goes purple, No, this is the ionizer. What it does, it reacts with metal-based contaminants.
It's like from the brake dust.
So, when some of that panel was done before, because I have different, but you can touch and see how that is roof. But I have better example there. I should use that one there as well for big shows. White one is
Saturday morning.
Oh, you're laughing like that. I was doing the goal. Like I was in the email, Green Game. And
the ionizer, the thing is you have to leave it on. It's not that you spray on right when it goes purple, just a little bit, you don't have to stay there for a while.
Like go power wash. The green drain coat. Yeah,
Well, this is here, I think it probably racked a little bit in the bottom. It's not even this part. Look at this here, It shows the spots where the actual. And that's from basically from brakes. It's not just from your car, it's from cars,
Carbon fumes from exhaust and traffic and stuff like that. As well. Take about what, 10 minutes for it to stay in top?
What I do usually, I spray it on, leave it and let it work. It goes that bad now. I rinse it off once and then spray it again.
And back, it depends where you clean your car. When you clean outside, it's going to dry much more faster. If you clean inside, it can deflect.
Then again, what you can do, you can actually, when you have car washed and the tar, spray that on, and you see that it's coming up like that. You can just meet it up with wash meat, and leave it to go, leave it to work again.
I've seen people, like tar, spray the tar remover on, then they spray this on, then the jet wash. Can you do that?
Actually,
like, like your shuts, like say your arches are your arches in the front of the car, the plastics, they're always covered in tar because they're picking up. They like spray tar remover and then they spray the
ionizer.
Yeah, the ionizer, and then they literally.
Well, to be honest with you, I do that most of the time because like I have this. Well, this tool like mainly is for tar. No.
Yeah.
So I see how much tar I have on it because sometimes like you have car that just covered a little bit and doesn't show that much, but if you spray with stuff like that, it shows you all the dots. No.
Yeah.
And then just before force rinse, I spray with that, so this gives me idea whether the car is actually badly contaminated.
I think
or is,
one of the most important things that you should understand with a lot of these cleaning products when you use them is dwell time. Dwell time is key. You don't spray it on and then go straight in with the power hose. If it says 10 minutes on the bottle, you let it work for 10 minutes and then wash it off.
well, the most, like I would even say, leave it on for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But check it first, that.
But like I even tried, like when I do it outside, when I spray by the vampire, I was getting it dry a little bit. I just get the power hose, like spray it with the mist of the water.
Yeah.
But getting like diluted, but still working.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's food full every morning. This edition is called a rinse aid. So everyone knows if someone carries wax or polish, that's easier to dry beeswater. It's easier to pick it up. This is just kind of makes the car bead water for the purpose of helping you dry it, and it does leave a bit of a shine on it. That job. There's no wax on it or anything as you've seen the first time. So it's 100 ml of product into a litre of water.
Jesus.
And you just spray it on, mist it on over. You can see it there now already. See with the sweat's already starting to bleed up. And I do half the window if I can.
Spray down dry or wet.
Well, wet normally, but usually for when you're rinse it, it's for when you're rinsing the car off the last time. After you get the suds and everything rinsed off the car after washing. And all you do then, you just hit it with the water. Nearly dries itself, like. You go then, you're drying towel.
There was a good question there. Does the streak?
Does it streak? No. Not if you give it. Make sure you give it a good rinse. Make sure you give it a good rinse off. So it hasn't streaked on me, you know. I suppose again, or me. Now you would think more than like so. It hasn't streaked on me either, so.
Like as we know, right, German manufactured paint is very tough. It's a lot thicker than for the likes of Japanese imports. Import paint is very thin because it's a completely different climate out in Japan. So therefore, when they have the paint they have out there, that works out there. So when we bring it over here, it's obviously a lot more. Our weather's a lot more harsh on it. Working with the likes of Japanese import paint, it's a lot thinner, so you have to be a lot more careful. I find when I'm working on import paint, like the 400 grit can be too much sometimes, so just work back up. But that's up to each and every individual to understand what they're working with as well. Like German paint, always 400. I always use 400. I never have any doubt in my head when I'm working with German paint. Like so your Volkswagen, Skodas, all that line, the VAG group, like. Yeah, but like it's very.
Because panels are painted as well, and that could cause difficulty.
Yes, it can. Painted panels can be a big problem because like that, you don't know what the guy is like that painted it.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know how many
Yeah.
clear coats, many layers you put on.
Exactly, like there could be 10 layers on it, or there could be 4 layers on it.
Yeah.
Like prime example, I'm going to use it as an example yesterday. He was on the rotary yesterday. We were doing his job. Now, luckily enough, it was his own car, but he knew it was after being painted. He's a panel beater himself, and he started to compound with the rotary on the left side of the bonnet. Was able to cut quite heavy on it and stayed on it for quite a long time. Went over the far side, and he was about 3 seconds on it, and it burned through the paint. Like it's so important that when you look at a panel and it's very orange peely, generally you can work with that. Generally, you can really work with that because the panel beater hasn't done much regards finishing it. He's just literally made it shiny to get it out. Most panel beaters do. There is very few panel beaters that will get it back down very flush, but in fairness, they are out there as well. In fairness,
Actually thicker than the lacquer would be, you know, because which says around 100. A lacquer is around 40-45% of the whole. So we're talking about 45 microns in case of this car. This is 50. Well, it's about.
Yeah.
So that's what you have for to deal with.
That's the thickness of it.
And actually, it's not safe margin. The 50 microns is not the safe margin because if you go down to 50 microns, remove 50 microns of the car, you have no lacquer left.
Yeah.
You can remove safely. You can remove maximum up to 20-25.
And if you remove too much of the teal coat, you're going to remove the UV protection from the paint, and you're going to lose the color later on.
Right.
Like you get the balance, like you remove the scratch, or you remove the just a little bit hiding the scratches.
So actually, what Dean said before, I think the very same way. There's no such a thing like perfection.
Yeah.
You know, if you think you're perfect, it means that you're probably not doing it to the standards that there are there. You know, you can aim for perfection, but like, well, then again, when it comes to car that's almost new, you can get it perfect. But like, what we deal with most of the cars are daily used cars.
Yeah.
Now that I'm going to do competition, there's few products applied on this panel. One is ceramic coating, one is hard wax, one is spray wax, and one is natural wax. And whoever will guess where the spray wax is, will get the bottle. Whoever forced. Well,
Beto file.
What's this?
this one.
Yeah.
No.
Top right one. Top right. Yeah.
So that's the spray wax.
Because the way you see the bubbles are.
Not yours.
Thanks.
And there's no ceramic coating on its own. There's 3 ADP waxes and 4 ones. This one. Who's so ceramic coating there?
it's basically it's like Peter was saying earlier on. Everything is about pre. What you do before you go applying like your dash shine, things like that. It's so important that you get everything clean beforehand. Like you can go and you can spend your €21 or whatever it is for interior wow on it, but it's no good if you don't do it properly. If, as you can see here, on this particular panel we etched it off this morning, and you can see this is clean now, and this side's dirty. It's clear to see exactly where it was. So I don't know whether any of you have heard about Magic Sponge. Never really thought about using them, not many people do, but they are very effective. And I'm going to show you now exactly. I'm going to clean the rest of this. I'm just going to show you what it does, and I suppose the benefits of having this is actually really good as well, because you won't see dirt on your cloth, but that's white. You're definitely going to see dirt on it. So I'll just clean this here. There's
Pulling
just
all the
looking
shit
at
out of course.
and it doesn't look like it would take that, or it doesn't look like that door carpet was that dirty. Looking at that, now I'd be confident enough to say I can go and I can put my dressings on it because you have a clean panel. Generally what I like to use is the interior wow. Now there's an interior quick detailer as well. In that ball. That's just more for like that quick shines. You know what I mean? It smells beautiful as well. But the interior wow I like because it's not very glossy, but it still gives that nice shine. A lot of people when they come, they don't want really shiny dashes. It's kind of like a thing of the past now. And that's why I like to use interior wow because it's just a nice subtle finish and it's not too much, it's not in your face. Like generally I'll always cover the panel. Just going to use this cloth again. Now that's the finish of that after it's been properly cleaned. Like there's no company out there that has a wide range that covers absolutely everything perfectly. But I have to say with ADBL they're very close. They are very close to getting it fully right. And I tell you, if they do, they'll be the only ones because there's no one else out there that does have it really perfect. Like I also have bonnet. This is a new line. It's upholstery cleaner and headliner cleaner. I will do the headliner now in a second as well. But I'm just going to show you on the door card. I'm actually just going to do it quite simply just to show you how effective it is. I'm not going to use any scrubbers, nothing like that. I'm just going to literally just spray it on, use the cloth. It's like everything else. You can use it and that's all well and good, but if you don't apply them right, it's just not going to be as effective. Like you could spray this on and wipe it off straight away, but there's no use in doing that because it's just you're only taking the top layer off, and the last thing you want is to give somebody their car back and 2 days later they're back to you where the dirt is after peeking out through where you left the damp on it. Generally I leave it sit for maybe 30 seconds. And generally in that space of time, within the first 10 seconds you'll see the dirt starting to lift and it just leaves it so much easier. With that I'm going to use this clean part. There's, compared to what you had before to what you're after taking out, and that was quite deep as well. Like it did take from the back, but like that's how simple it can be. And then like obviously you're not just going to do that, you're going to scrub and you're just going to make the product as useful as it is. There's no point in just doing that.
Now, so we can have a look like, well, to some people, like, you know, some people say that leather like that is clean, you know, because there's no visible stains that, you know, like they could be on fabric. Basically, leather, if it's used daily, like, you know, it's gonna get dirty. And one way to recognize dirty leather is like if it goes shiny. That's the thing that, you know, tells you that it's not clean. You know. Now, for leather, I use Color Look. This brand does only stuff for leather, so they like. Well, I rate them like one of the best brands in the world. Like, you know, I've tried a good few different brands, but like I'm not gonna name any of those that I tried. Like this one, I find the most effective. So for leather cleaning, all you need is stove and leather brush. And I've used only few squirts of the stuff for this bit, but make it more efficient. All you need is just add a little bit of water on the solution. Just foam it up well after that. If leather is very dirty, you can repeat the step with water a few times, just to get rid of the dirt. If it's just slightly dirty, like one going over, it's plenty. And you wipe it off with no.
Jesus. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's how it looks like after. Now, they do two cleaners, and this one is kind of for professional use. So, for me, it's actually ideal product because it does the job so quickly and does it effectively. Like for your own car, if you want to do regular maintenance, this would be better too because this one is mild. It's neutral pH. This one is slightly above neutral pH. So it is strong. It has to be used properly as well. Because if you abuse it, it might cause damage. And, they also do conditioners. This stuff is conditioner, which is stuff that gives oils to leather. To keep leather perfect, there has to be balance of moisture and oils, done properly. So for all the leather that's gone hard, this stuff would be ideal. For newer leather, this stuff would be better because the difference between old leather and new leather is that old leather is worn, it absorbs, where new leather is sealed. So it won't absorb oil, it won't absorb oils. And this is for stopping wear, and it also creates sort of barrier so that the leather doesn't get that dirty. It's sort of like, let's say, ceramic coating for a paint, similar. Well, obviously, it's different grade of it, but similar stuff to that. On older leather, you can actually use two of them, as well. And they kind of
rejuvenate.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you another thing with leather. Start to really like you see here, this seal was kind of like this, and with the color lock system, I can bring it back to like new again. Actually, I'm just gonna show you recoloring. There is also more that can be done with it. You can fill up, fix holes, tiny holes, and cracks and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna show you recoloring. Well, I don't think there's many places in Ireland offering this sort of stuff, so I'm probably one of the first. There probably is, but I haven't heard so far about it. Yeah. Color Lock, well, they're from Germany, but they're also based in UK, and that's where I went to learn the tricks, and spent day there. The lad from Color Lock came here as well. Now, like you have, let's say, damage like this, where it's just the leather is gone, weird deal like that. This damage should be filled up with filler, but today we're not going to go that far because filling process takes a bit of a while. So to restore the structure of it, the look of it, we have to do it.
What was on the other side, the black patch on the bolster? Is that the filler stuff?
Well, that's the filler. That was kind of
Just kinda,
that fixes like that. They don't work because there was a piece of leather missing, and that should go to trimmer first, and then could come to me, and I to recover it. Now, so the first thing is same as we paint on a car. Have to sand it down to make it really proof. But that's the sandpaper supplied by Color, but like 400 grit, around 3 to 400 grit.
400.
Yeah. Well, it is roof, but like it's different. It's different story with leather than with the paint. Because like when I paint, it would create scratches. That so. It's a solvent cleaner. Surface. Now, in case of professional way of fixing this, you should use gun or airbrush. For DIY method, you could use it with sponge. And in case of DIY method, it's just one step. So all you do is just sand it, degrease it with the solvent cleaner, apply the paint, and dry it. That's all.
How long typically to cure?
You shouldn't use it for around 24 hours, and after that it's... Like the paint, obviously, there's only small bit, so it won't cover scratches or marks or any imperfections like that. So as I said, to get it perfect, that would have to be filled first. Instead of using heat gun, you could use actually hair dryer. So basically, well, the biggest thing with restoring is to to get the color matched properly, you know.
Yeah.
And like there is system of matching colors from color code of the leather, but you know, if you have car that is 10-year-old, the color is going to change. I would recommend, you know, like if you wanted to get, let's say, paint from me, if you send me your headrest, and I match it to it, you know. So.
And is it the same process if you wanted to change the colour of the leather? Would you have to lay down a primer before you put down?
Well, you see, with
something
actually you can change the color, but like you know, you have to put lot more work. And like you would better off to go with primer, and like it's not really recommended to change the color because you know if it starts to wear, you're gonna see the other color. Well, I'm gonna actually play with that because I have few paints that you know that have old car there, so I paint it's yellow or something like that, you know.
And that paint is very flexible, like it's very.
Yeah. Like you know, well, the paint won't crack, like you know, it's. Even the fillers, like you know, I did few repairs with fillers, and like you can still do that, and like you know, that's clean. That's dry, so.
So if the leather is really, really old and it's cracked, you know, and leather loses its elasticity, you know what I mean? Then it really.
There's few more products for repairs, like you know, like basically, let's say this, like stuff like this, it should be glue. There is glue for leather.
Yeah.
It's sort of clear glue that you put on, and it seals it, and then you kind of put on a bit of filler, sand it down, and do the rest, you know. Like that, you know.
Well,
probably will go off, but
you're not going to be spraying that in your seats,